Cooking with Chef Boyard Don't. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jaden. Someone told me that y'all need to figure out how to cook some stuff, so I said I'll teach you how to do some things. Now, healthy stuff really isn't my thing, but tasty food is my thing, so hopefully you'll enjoy what I have to give you. This is not brought to you by Progressive, where you can save 15% or more. No, that's Geico. Wait. I don't really have a name for this dish. I don't even know what it's called, hell. Chicken in a can, but I'm going to show you how to season it, and I do mean more than just salt and pepper, and fry it in a healthy alternative way so that you can enjoy it. You can eat this over rice, you can eat this with crackers, how I'm going to do it because I don't feel like making rice. I put on this whatchamacallit just for y'all because I don't do all this. Alright, so the first step before we do anything else, wash your nasty hands. We're already stuck at home because of this corona stuff. We don't need you to spread your little cooties too. Please wash your hands. Alright, so now you need to know what we're going to be cooking with. Here's what you need. Chicken chunks, onions, garlic, salt, more onions, adobo, a seasoning blend like Mrs. Dash, crushed red peppers or actual pepper if you have, chicken bouillon, some people call it cube, olive oil, or for a healthy alternative, something like I can't believe it's not butter. So I will try to supply you all with instructions and amounts as to how much to apply. But Tiana, Shay, Madison, just sprinkle until you hear the ancestors say, enough, my child, and you'll be alright. Alright, everybody else, you just stick with me. Alright, let's go. First things first, we want to peel and wash the onions. Alright, so we want to make sure that we peel these tops off of the scallion here because you ain't gonna eat that. Alright? Okay, I'm just gonna peel off these outer layers. You know, I'm gonna make sure we get all the good parts. So peel off these outer layers. Like to keep a little bag for garbage, you know. Okay, and you know, you just chop them up. And I like to cut all the way down because, listen, I don't care what anybody says, onion adds flavor to your food. If you don't like onion, you're a basic bitch. Don't be a basic bitch. Eat some onions. Please don't cut your fingers off. Keep them fingers curled under, and so you don't ever cut off your hand. Please don't cut your fingers off. Now, you can cut the onions as fat or as thin as you like. Personally, I think the thinner, the better. I just do this so that I can cook a little easier. So I just cut them in half, start with smaller pieces. On to the next thing. We want to make sure that we have our cans open and well. If I were you, I would just rinse off the top just because coronavirus. Stop opening up cans like this. Open up your cans with it sideways. When I learned this, I said, wow, that's incredible. So it's laying flat on top, cut into it, and then when you turn, oh, looks like somebody already broke my can opener. I am making a mess. Someone broke my can opener though. I'm mad as hell. Now that we got these cans open, we can go ahead and start frying this stuff up now, and I'll show you the measurements as I put in. Jesus Christ. Look, don't do this to me. You want to make sure that when you cook or before you start cooking, you keep the handle inside. You don't want to have the handle outside and, you know, this is a hazard. You don't want that. So what you want to do is get some oil into your pan. You can use oil if you want to use something that's a little bit healthier. You can use the I can't believe it's not butter, or if you want to actually use margarine, but that has a lot of fat in it. Okay, and you only want enough oil to kind of just wet the pan. You don't want it to be, you know your chicken will be soaked in. Now, I'm not giving you any measurements for this because it really depends on how much chicken chunks you're doing. But notice, I'm only having enough in here to wet the base of the pan. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna turn the fire on. Now, I'm gonna have it high just to get the oil hot, and then I'm gonna turn it down because we don't want to cook the outside and not have it cooked all the way through, and we want the flavor to really get in there. So we want to cook on a low fire. Once the oil is heated up, and I'm just hovering my hand over it, it feels kind of warm, I'm turning the fire down, and I'm gonna begin to add those onions and scallions that I cut up. And once I drop in a piece, once I hear it sizzle, I know the oil is hot and ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop all of it in there. And right away, you already smell deliciousness, not even putting anything in here. It's just the onion, because onions are the boss.com. Now, I like to brown the onions just a little bit, give it some color. And what I also like to do is season the onions separately, so that way it brings out its flavor a little bit more before I even put in the actual meat and whatnot. I feel like a little chef. You would think I went to culinary school or something. Here's where you're gonna get out the Mrs. Dash seasoning, and I'm gonna have to measure it with you because I don't know. I just ancestors remember. Just looking at what 1 tablespoon looks like. Yeah, I put 1 tablespoon of Mrs. Dash onto the onions. I'm gonna let it sit there for a little bit, then I'm gonna mix it up so it can, you know. At this point, what I'm doing now is just kind of breaking it up, making it easier for it to cook. I want to make sure I can season as much of the meat, especially the parts on the inside, as possible. But I believe this is about 1 tablespoon of, not even a tablespoon, I'd say half a tablespoon of the adobo all-purpose seasoning, because adobo is the best, man. Can't forget our garlic, you know. So we just want to touch of garlic on here. I'd say about half a teaspoon. Now, with the chicken flavor, you want to be very careful about this. I would say use no more than half a teaspoon, because if you use too much, it will sour the food. It won't taste good at all. So, be very light with this. And right now, I'm cooking with the fire on about like a 6.5 setting here. But I mean, all stoves are different. I think for most stoves, you want to shoot for around 5 to 6.5. If you have fresh peppers that you can cut up and put in, that's even better. But I like these pepper sauces. And the other thing about cooking, always remember, you can always add, you cannot subtract. So it's better to put not enough, so you can add later, than to put too much and then nobody wants to eat your hot, nasty food. And what I'm going to do is test this food before I add any salt. Because if it's delicious as is, why am I adding salt? I have a bonus for you. Now, I didn't put it in the ingredients list because it's not necessary to make this work. But if you have it, definitely use it because it really enhances the flavor of your food. It's called accent. Just like the chicken flavoring, you want to make sure that you do not put too much of this. When I say you better salt bait this, just and get rid of it. Alright, now it's just time for the taste test and add any final touches. I think we're good. All good chefs taste their food before they serve it. Fresh fork, of course. I think we're good to go. This is amazing. Now all we have to do is allow it to cool for a bit and get ready to serve. Yeah, I can stay in there. Alright, I'm hungry. Let's get this food on the table and look at the presentation. Now, when you look at this, look at this here. Look at that. This is the presentation. You feel me? I mean, I think that's it. Damn. I know I forgot something. I forgot to mention, you should probably have one of these nearby in case you burn something down, or you know, I've been doing this for a while, so I don't really need it. But if you got through this and you already burned something down, my bad.
Fire when the strong hits you.
That's it, Brian?